welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another Premier Development League matchup between your Ventura County Fusion and the Santa Cruz Breakers. Tonight's live stream brought to you, as always, by DCH Lexus of Oxnard. I'm going to go ahead and tell you tonight's starting lineups for the away team. In goal, Paul Blanchett, number 1. Number 4, Jacob Penner. Number 5, Josue Salgado. Number 6, Emmanuel Montion. Number 7, Willie Miranda. Number 8, Adrian Rebalar. Number 10, Alvaro Madrigal. Number 13, Angel Farias. Number 17, Carlos Valdovinos. Number 19, Chris Koski. And number 28, Boubacar Diallo. And the starting lineup for your Ventura County Fusion. In goal, number 1, Paul Guerin. Number 2, Alfonso Flores. Number 7, Andreas Charalambus. Number 8, Marshall Garcia. Number 9, Julian Zamora. Number 10, Diego Sanchez. Number 11, Rico Contreras. Number 14, Christian Pinzon. Number 16, Juan Pablo Alvarez. Number 20, Leonardo Anjos. And number 23, Matt Herlo. VC Fusion coming into this game a little bit of a rough patch. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. They're coming off a 2-game road trip in which they lost both games. The first one to the Santa Cruz Breakers, tonight's opponent. They lost 2-0 last week. And then their last game at Fresno FC was a loss 1-0. So playing the Santa Cruz Breakers here twice in the last 3 games. If you take a look on the screen here, we've got the standings. In first has been all season, FC Golden State Force. They've already locked up a playoff spot. And then you see right there in third place, VC Fusion taking on tonight's opponent, which is in second place, the Santa Cruz Breakers. Fusion record currently 5-5-1, 16 points. As I mentioned, lost 5 of their last 6 games, so a little bit of a rough patch for them. Santa Cruz Breakers currently holding the last wild card spot for the playoffs. The way it works is the top team in each division, so they got 3 divisions. VC Fusion in the Western Division, and then the top team in each conference, we got the Mountain, the Northwest, and the Southwest. VC Fusion in the Southwest Western Division Conference. And so the top team in each division goes on, and then the highest scoring second place team gets the wild card. And that currently right now is the Santa Cruz Breakers with 20 points. VC Fusion sitting there with 16 points with only 3 games to go, including tonight's game. So a big matchup here. Pretty much to get into the playoffs, Fusion are going to have to win out, and they're going to have to get a little bit of help from some other teams ahead of them losing. So it's pretty much now or never for them to get back on their winning ways. VC Fusion tonight in their home whites, taking on the Breakers in all black. As is usual in the Premier Development League, a lot of changes in and out of the rosters and the lineups. A few new faces tonight than you maybe you've seen all season, but coach hoping to shake things up. As I said, losers of 5 of their last 6, so they got to shake something up in the lineup. Also a change in their normal formation. Usually Fusion go with a 4-4-2 lineup. Tonight going with a 4-3-3, so a little bit more up front on the attack, looking to play a little bit more aggressive, score some points, and hopefully get away with the win here tonight. We're just about underway here. Fusion going to be going right to left on your screen. The Breakers going left to right, and they will start with possession. And kickoff here right on time at 7 p.m. Miranda with the ball now, pushes it up. And that ball crossed into the box, but hits the side of the net. We'll have a first goal kick here for Paul Guerin. So right away, the Breakers looking to put the pressure on Guerin in net. Just taking pretty much a pretty lackadaisical shot, but just seeing what's working tonight pretty early on. And a foul goes against the Breakers. That's Alfonso Flores down, but he's right back up. Juan Pablo Alvarez sends this one up. But that's Jacob Penner there for the Breakers to kick it. He kicks it out of bounds, so the Fusion will take over. Now up to Diego Sanchez, trying to trap it off his chest. The touch goes wide, and Penner will clear it once again. Flores with the throw in. Got two defenders on him. Pretty much gets shoved out of the way there by number 28, Boubacar Diallo. So the foul call before goes out of bounds. So Leo Anos will take a free kick here. Fusion putting 5 up in the box. Anjos is crossed into the box. The header by Herlo. And it goes wide and out of bounds. Paul Blanchett is the goalkeeper here for the Breakers. And a nice job there by Julian Zamora there, the Fusion, to put the pressure on the Breakers goalkeeper Blanchett, and he kicks it out of bounds before Zamora could get there, and the Fusion will take over. Diego Sanchez resets now, kicks it back to Juan Pablo Alvarez. Alvarez with his eyes upfield, looking for someone to make a run. No one does, so he's pushing it up slowly. Passes ahead to Herlo. Herlo's touch no good. He loses it. Breakers switching sides of the field, moving it up the left side. Valdivinas with the ball now. Venus bringing up the right side. Juan Pablo Alvarez is there to cut off the pass. But Diego Sanchez quickly gives it right back to the Breakers. And now the pressure is on as they dribble inside the box. And a nice job there of Julian Zamora coming up to steal the pass. Pass up ahead to Herlo. Herlo, nice touch there off the chest. Dribbles around one defender, gets past two. He's in the box. Only the goalkeeper to beat. And Blanchett makes the stop, but the trouble's not over yet. Herlo still has it. Slide tackle there by Herlo. Keeps it in possession. Anjos chips it into the box, but that one goes long, and Blanchett's there to make the save. And Blanchett wants to get the counter going quickly. He passes it up ahead. Making the run now is Rebalar for the Breakers. Gets around the last line of defense, goes goal line, but there's no one there on the other end of that pass, and the Fusion take over. Guerra now looking for someone. Figuring out which way to attack it. Cross up ahead to Herlo. Herlo gets it. But Rebalar there is take over. And Angel Farias goes down. Foul goes against the Fusion. Fonzo Flores doing a nice job there of fighting off the breakers. Let it go out for a goal kick. Guerin looking for Diego Sanchez. Sanchez header. Diallo of the Breakers gives it up, but the Breakers get it right back. Now fight for it, and the Fusion come away with it. Diego Sanchez now running with the ball. Gets it before it goes out of bounds. One defender in front of him. Dribbles into the box. Cross up to Leo Anjos. Anjos' shot deflected. Sanchez puts it on net, but Blanchet's there to make the save. Nice shot there by Sanchez. The first one on goal tonight. As that ball was going in top corner, but Blanchet there to make the nice save. Boubacar Diallo, the Breakers' last one to touch that. It'd be Fusion ball. Herlo now with 3 defenders on him, loses the ball. Nice heel pass there by the Breakers, and they got to put the pressure on the offense as they're running up. And that ball goes out of bounds. Looks like last touched by the Fusion, so we'll have our first quarter kick here of the night, and it belongs to the Breakers. So we're in the 9th minute here, still scoreless. We got our first corner kick, Alvaro Madrigal on the corner for the Breakers. And the cross into the box. The header, but denied, puts a rocket on that one. But Guerin there to make the save. Madrigal's corner pass went over the majority of the team, missing the header, but Jacob Penner there put a little one-timer on it. And Leo Anjos there with the header to clear it out. Cross now into the box, and an easy save for Guerin. Fusion now dribbling up right side. Looking to switch sides of the field, but that pass cut off by the Breakers. And a foul there against Charlambos. And the Breakers will reset as they kick it back to the goalkeeper Blanchet to switch sides of the field. Going up the right side now with Valdivinos. But that pass stolen there by the Fusion. Leo Anjos. Over to Juan Pablo Alvarez. Up to Flores. Flores now going to push the attack. His pass through to Herlo. Herlo makes one move. His shot. But that was deflected off the back of Josue Salgado and into the hands of Blanchet. Diallo now. Chris Koski there to take the shot, but it dribbles right into the hands of Guerin. Sanchez with the ball now. Getting chased down by Diallo. Diallo a little too aggressive there on the defense as Sanchez goes down and Diallo called for the foul. So from about 40 meters out, Leo Anjos on the free kick. Anjos now pass into the box, but that rolls out of the goal line for a goal kick. Penner's pass stolen by Leo Anjos. Anjos pass up to Herlo. Ball dribbles around the box. And Blanchett got away with one there as he was well out of the box. Comes ahead to cut off the line on Herlo. Just lays down. Herlo kicks it right into him. But that ball was loose. But no one there for the Fusion to clean it up. Now a throw into Flores. Penner of the Breakers there just heads it back to his goalkeeper. Diego Sanchez now. Back to the back line. Juan Pablo Alvarez up ahead to Anjos. Charlambos will switch sides as we go up the right side now. Marcelo Garcia's pass picked off by the Breakers. Willie Miranda goes down there for the Breakers. Foul against the Fusion. Valdovinos with the ball now. Stops, but that one's stolen by Sanchez. But ends up back with Koski. And Valdovinos has it again. Diallo goes down, foul against Alfonso Flores of the Fusion. And we'll have a free kick here for the Breakers.
This free kick is brought to you by Chick-fil-A Ventura. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken.
Alvaro Madrigal here on the free kick for the Breakers. He signals that he's ready. Crossed into the box. Headed out by the Fusion. Ball stays with the Breakers, though. Diego Sanchez initially stole it from Madrigal, but trips up over himself. Fusion will switch sides now. Charlambo's now with it. Nothing going up the right side, so Fusion switch it down the left. Juan Pablo Alvarez passes way up ahead. And dribbles the middle of the field over to Diego Sanchez. Sanchez to Flores. Flores cross. It's no good. Looks like a foul will go against the Breakers, so Fusion will get a goal kick in great field position here, just outside the box. So Juan Pablo Alvarez and Herlo there on the free kick. Looks like Juan Pablo Alvarez will be the one taking it. And he goes for the direct kick, but that low and high, just outside. Jacob Penner now bringing it up right side. Passes ahead to Valdivinos. Diallo racing Flores for the ball. Diallo looking for the call. Ref says play on. It goes out of bounds by Diallo. So we'll have a goal kick here for the Fusion. Sanchez has got room now. He pushes it forward. Dribbles around one defender. Passes off to Flores. Flores is crossed into the box. The header just goes wide. Beautiful pass there into the box by Alfonso Flores. But the header by Christian Pinzon goes just wide right of the net. Pinzon's going to be kicking himself after that one as he had a wide open net there for the header, but didn't get it head on, and it goes just wide right. Breakers now within midfield. Rebalar with the ball now. He's got it in the corner. So we'll have a throw in here. Valdivinos with the throw in. Passes Diallo back to Valdivinos. His cross into the box. Marshall Garcia there with a good defense. And Guerin ends up with it. Pinzon now pushes it up. Pass too strong in front of Julian Zamora, and it goes out of bounds. Penner now pushing it up. And his pass goes out of bounds. 21st minute here, still tied scoreless at 0 apiece.
Want to wear what your future wears? Wear Adidas. Since 2007, Ventura County
Montione now from the Breakers with it. But that pass, a ball stolen there by Rico Contreras. And Contreras with a very aggressive slide tackle from behind. And as, of course, Montione being shown the yellow. That was a dangerous tackle there. So Emmanuel Montione there of the Breakers gets the first yellow of the game. And that was a no-doubter there as he just tackled him from behind. Frustrated there after Rico Contreras stole the ball from him. And he let his aggression get to him there. Pablo Alvarez over to Diego Sanchez. Leo Anjos over to Rico Contreras. Pinzon with it. Contreras switches sides, crosses all the way over to Matt Herlo. Matt Herlo puts a soft touch on it, ends up at the feet of Diego Sanchez. And a shot there by Marshall Garcia. Goes wide right once again. Early on here, Fusion getting plenty of chances, getting shots off, but not many of them on goal. So Paul Blanchett not really having to work too much here in this first half. Penner now looking ahead. Valdivinos. 2 defenders on him. Herlo comes up to take it. That foul goes against the Breakers. A couple of Breakers had some words with the ref. They weren't too happy about that call. Anjos switches it. Rico Contreras with the shot, but that ball right into the defender. Cross over to Diego Sanchez. Sanchez now with it in the box. Crosses it. That ball finds the back of the net. Paul Blanchett was going to save that one, but last touched by Herlo. So we'll have a goal kick here for the Breakers. That pass to Josue Salgado gets by him and out of bounds. Fusion will take over. Pass in by Garcia. Breakers now looking to counter. But they get stopped. Got a player down for the Fusion. Rubbing his right ankle. Can't tell who it is just yet. But the play continues. As you see the player there down for the Fusion. That's number 20, Leo Anjos, but he's up, walking it off. Play continues, however, though. Cross into the box, headed out. Herlo with it now, over to Sanchez. Charlambo's pass now up ahead to Herlo. Herlo goes down. The referee says play on. Penner steals the ball for the Breakers. Koski with it now, middle of the field. Over to Montione. Valdivinos with it now. That pass up ahead intended for Rebalar. But Juan Pablo Alvarez fights him off and clears this one. Zamora passes off to Sanchez. Sanchez now pushing it up. He's got Flores on the left side. He finds him. Flores with it now, crossing into the box. Slow roller into the box, cleared out of bounds by Salgado. Sanchez with it. Shot on net, but saved by Blanchett. Valdivinos up to Diallo. Give it go. Koski switches sides. Looking for Salgado, but that sails him and into the possession of the Fusion. Zamora now for the Fusion has it. Passes up ahead to Pinzone. Switching sides now over to Flores. Sanchez to Flores. Flores crossed into the box. Cleared out by Penner. Flores is throwing to Sanchez. Sanchez can't put the soft touch on it as it deflects it out of bounds. Breakers will take over. Juan Pablo Alvarez up ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez got space in the middle of the field. He's going to switch this one over to Rico Contreras. Contreras is crossed into the box and sails out of bounds for a goal kick. And the goal kick by Blanchett. Header by Sanchez. Over to Herlo. Herlo loses it. Penner takes over. Flores with a nice defense there. Steals it from Diallo. Koski steals it from Sanchez. Sanchez gets it right back. And the Fusion will switch sides now. Koski back to Salgado. Out of bounds, last touch by the Fusion. Madrigal switching sides up to Valdivinos. Valdivinos pass up ahead to Diallo. Diallo stops, cuts back. Now off to Valdivinos. Koski looking for someone. Koski now looking to chip it in the box, but headed out by Anjos. And the Breakers will reset here. Nice slide tackle there by Anjos to steal it. Herlo now with it, moving up the left side. Gets it into the box now. Just Penner to beat, dribbles around him. And we'll have a corner here for the Fusion.
Dr. Michael Peck, the official chiropractor of your Ventura County Fusion staff. Visit Dr. Peck in downtown.
First corner kick of the night here for the Ventura County Fusion.
Michael Peck, not only a sponsor, but like you, a Ventura County Fusion faithful.
Diego Sanchez will be taking the corner here for the Fusion. 32nd minute. Can we get our first goal here? Cross into the box. And that looks like a foul there. Goes against Christian Pinzon. Petter now with it. Up to Valdivinos. Ahead to Rebelar. Herlo flips it up over Valdivinos, but Penner there to clear it. Miranda steals it back for the Breakers. Herlo now pushing the attack. One man down for the Fusion. Herlo passes on. That ball cleared out. Zamora had a chance there. But it deflects. Last touch by Zamora. We'll have a goal kick here. But we still have one player down for the Fusion. He is not getting up. Referee coming over to check on him. There's a couple teammates there. And that is Diego Sanchez down on the ground for the Fusion. Crowd claps as Diego Sanchez able to get up. Limping a little here. Break in the action here as players hydrate up. Not sure what that was. No timeouts here, but essentially used one. And we are back in action. Pinzon fighting for it. Comes away with it. Dribbles middle to Zamora. Zamora up to Leo Anjos. Anjos kicks it with that ball deflected off of Penner. And we'll have another corner kick here for the Fusion. So Sanchez, who was just down, hurt him a second ago. Who knows if there's any lingering effects to that. We'll be taking the corner here for the Fusion. Sanchez with the cross. But that goes out of bounds without touching anyone, so we'll have a goal kick here for the Breakers. Flores with it now. Intended for Zamora. Gets by Zamora. Breakers take over. We're under 10 minutes left to go in the first half. Both teams still scoreless. Flores doing a nice job there fighting off Montione. And we'll have a goal kick here for the Fusion. Herlo now has it. Switches it up. Rico Contreras now pushing it upfield. Dribbles to the middle. Looking to switch sides there. But that ball cut off by Valdivinos. And not on the same page there with Rebalar. Valdivinos thinking Rebalar was going to make a run and passes it up ahead. Rebalar did not move. Ball sails out of bounds. Fusion take over. Juan Pablo Alvarez now up ahead to Flores. Sanchez pass up ahead through to Flores. Flores crosses it into the box, but it goes just past Zamora. It was a nice cross there by Flores, but no one on the other end of it, and the Breakers take over. Sanchez doing a nice job now. He's got a chance here. Sanchez with the shot, but that ball deflected. Referee missing that one. Illegal use of hands there by the goalie. As that ball last touch at the feet of his defender, he picks it up. Not allowed to do that, but the referee missed it. And Diallo goes down on the hard challenge there by Flores. So Diallo goes off there as he was hitting the head. He'll be working with the trainer. Look like he's going through a little bit of a concussion protocol. So the Breakers here will operate momentarily with one man down. That ball out of bounds. Last touch by Rebalar. And it looks like Diallo is ready to check back into action. And Diallo's back in. Nico Gutierrez over to Marshall Garcia. Out of Leo Anjos. Flores. Son flips it on to Herlo. Herlo with a nice stop, change of direction. Charlambos. Now up ahead to Pinzone. And that ball swallowed up by Blanchett. .42 minute now here in the first half. 42nd minute. Breakers now up the left side. Valdivinos with it now. Eyes up ahead. Sanchez deflects that one out of bounds. Herlo now. The nice touch pass there on to Zamora. Pinzone has it now. Dribbles around one defender. Up ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez has got move. Sanchez on the move. Passed ahead to Pinzone. Pinzone stops. Cuts back middle. Shot on goal, but Blanchett makes the save. Pinzone puts some on that one, but Blanchett there to make the save. Initially deflects it off him, but able to clean up his own rebound.
Ventura Orthopedics supports Ventura County Fusion Soccer, and in their 6 locations, Ventura Orthopedics provides exceptional care. Ventura County Fusion.
The halftime stat sheet is going to show a lot of saves there by the goalkeeper, Paul Blanchett of the Breakers. Fusion have plenty of chances, but pretty much every shot on goal has just gone right at Paul Blanchett. Hasn't had to make many difficult saves. But you got to make the easy saves if you want to stay in this one, and that's just what he's doing. Penner now a little too aggressive there. And Penner going to get a delay of game penalty there with a yellow card. So yellow card goes against Penner. That's now 2 on the Breakers. Penner, who's a little frustrated with the call, just kicked that ball out of bounds after the referee had already blown his whistle. And that's what he gets it booked for. Juan Pablo Alvarez there to take the free kick. Into the box and the header. Herlo put the header on that one, but once again, just right at the goalkeeper, Blanchett, who makes another easy save. Juan Pablo Alvarez kicks it back to Guerin. Guerin up. Nice touch there by Herlo. Pass now on to Zamora. Penner goes down, but able to still to clear it from the ground. Nice job there by Penner. It looks like we'll have 2 minutes of extra time here in the first half. We are now in extra time. 2 minutes here of extra time in the first half. Leo Anjos cross now into the box. Anjos goes low for the header. Looking for the foul. Referee says no, play on. Fusion get it in hurry, looking to keep the pressure on. Diallo now with 2 defenders on him. Leo Anjos there to clear it out. Fusions take over. Sanchez dribbles through some traffic. And now they're on the attack there with Sanchez. Dribbles around Penner. Putting Penner in the spin cycle. And Penner just shoves him down, but the referee keeps the whistle out of his mouth. That was a bit aggressive there by Penner, but the referee not calling it. He blows the whistle here for halftime. And we will go into half here with a scoreless tie between the VC Fusion and the Santa Cruz Breakers. So no team's able to crack the scoreboard in this one. Fusion won the possession battle there in that first half, had more shots on goal, more shot chances. But as I mentioned, pretty much every shot that they had that was on goal, right, didn't even make the goalkeeper move. Paul Blanchett, plenty of easy saves there in that first half. On the other hand, his counterpart Guerin, the goalkeeper for the Fusion, didn't have to work too much there, as most of the Breakers' possession kind of hovered around midfield. Didn't really threaten too much on the offensive side. They did have a couple chances, couple corner kicks, but nothing to make Guerin sweat too much. Blanchett definitely had to work more on that one. But when they're kicking him right at you, he'll take that any day of the week. So halftime here at the Ventura County Sports Complex here at Ventura County College. Take this scoreless tie here into halftime. Couple shots here, as you see. Nice shot there by Pinzone as he dribbles back, cuts around, and then just fires that one. But you can see what I was talking about here. Paul Blanchett, the goalkeeper, not having to move much, as there was a lot on that shot, but look at it, right at Blanchett, eye level. A little dangerous there as it deflects off him, but no one close enough there to get the rebound. Paul Blanchett escapes there. But that's pretty much the story there of the first half. Plenty of shots and opportunities there for the Fusion. But they're going to have to make Paul Blanchett work a little bit harder there in the second half if they want to come away with the win. And a win is what they desperately need, as I mentioned at the top of the game. Ventura County Fusion stumbling right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6 games. Coming off 2 road losses here before this one. They did lose their last game at home. That's the only home. They've only have 1 home loss all season. As you take a look at the standings, Ventura County Fusion currently in 3rd place with 16 points in the division. The opponent tonight, Santa Cruz Breakers, with 20 points. And more importantly, currently holding that final wild card playoff spot here in the PDL Western Division. Halftime here. This live stream brought to you as always by DCH Alexis of Oxnard. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll come back with the first half stats. And fans of VC Fusion, welcome back here. We're just about underway in the second half. Couple of stats to go over in the first half. It's a scoreless still here, 0-0. Fusion, though, with 14 shots in the first half, 6 of them on goal, compared to just 2 shots total for the Breakers. So that was really the story of the first half. Plenty of shots and opportunities there for the Fusion, but can't find a way to sneak it past Blanchett, who's doing a great job in goal for the Breakers. 7 fouls going against the Fusion, 6 fouls against the Breakers. They did pick up 2 yellow cards there in the first half, one against Emmanuel Montione and one against Jacob Penner. Taking a quick scan of the field. Can't tell if there'd been any substitutions here for either side, but we'll switch sides here. Fusion now moving left to right on your screen. The Breakers will be going right to left. Fusion will start possession here in the first half, and the whistle's blown. We are underway. Anjos immediately looking to stay aggressive there. He kicks that up, but the Breakers take over. Koski with it now. Pass up to head of Farias. Madrigal crosses it. Guerin clears this one. Up ahead to Herlo. Pass now to Herlo. To Pinzone. Penner clears it out. There's one substitution I mentioned here for the Breakers. Rubicar Diallo comes out of the game, and substitute for him is number 14, Rodrigo Diaz-Valdez. That pass ahead to Diaz-Valdez, and he's got Guerin out of the box. But Marshall Garcia doing a great job there of keeping this game scoreless. As fresh into the game, Rodrigo Diaz-Valdez got the ball behind Guerin, had a wide open net, but Marshall Garcia did a nice job of chasing that one down and clearing it with no harm done to the score. Juan Pablo Alvarez there with the defense. Takes away possession for the Fusion. Rico now looking ahead, looking for someone to make a run. Not on the same page there with Zamora. Salgado of the Breakers takes over. Now Penner with it, middle of the field. Pass up ahead intended for Rebalar, stolen by the Fusion. Foul goes against the Breakers.
Fusion fans, make sure to follow your Ventura County Fusion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at VC Fusion, and use the hashtag VCFusion.
Pass now to Herlo. Herlo puts the touchdown he's got in the box. Penner on him. Kicked it back intended for Flores, but the Breakers steal it and immediately kick it out of bounds, so the Fusion will take over. Anjos with it now, middle of the field. Gives it off to Rico Contreras. Contreras sees nothing, so he flips it back to Marshall Garcia. Pass now out to Rico Contreras. Looking ahead, waiting for something to open up. Pass too strong to Zamora. But finds his way back to Rico Contreras. Now Marshall Garcia going to switch sides. Now Juan Pablo Alvarez pushing this forward. Flores now with the cross into the box. And the header there by Zamora. But once again goes wide of the net and out of bounds for a goal kick. Kick from Blanchett. Anjos with a header in midfield. Foul against the Fusion. Madrigal with it. Dribbles around. Keeps dribbling. Passes this one up to Valdivinos. Flores with a nice defense there. Takes over for the Fusion. Penner bends this one around to Farias. Still looking for our first goal of the night here. 50th minute. Both teams no goals. Fusion with the far better chances. Far more frequent chances as well. But haven't been able to beat Blanchett for the goal. But if you keep chipping away like they did in that first half with their 14 shots, eventually one finds the back of the net. It's a must-win game here for the Fusion as they are on the outside looking in of the playoff picture. Their opponents tonight, the Breakers, currently holding on to that last playoff spot. And Koski going to just take a chance there as he whips this one from 35 meters out, but that goes well over the net and out of bounds for a goal kick. Looks like we'll reset here. Penner with it now. Pass up ahead to Rebillard, deflects off him and goes out of bounds. Fusion will take over. Diego Sanchez has it now. Flips this one off to Zamora. Penner doing a nice job anchoring the defense there for the Breakers. That ball loose in the middle of the field. Herlo wins that battle. Takes over now, looking to push it up ahead. Stops. And kicks back to Rico Contreras. Fusion now switching sides. Charlambos now with it in the middle of the field. It's got room to go. Passes off to Pinzone. Pinzone dribbles around, blocks. Puts the shot on net, and that ball just squeaks out of bounds. A nice shot there by Pinzone, as that pretty much froze the goaltender. Don't think he thought that that was going to be as close as it was, but that barely missed the left post. So the Fusion picking up where they left off in the first half. Getting plenty of shots off, a couple of them on goal. Still have yet to get that first goal, however. That ball sails off for the Herlo. Herlo's pass, cut off by Koski. Reblar with it now. Off to Valdivinos. Herlo to Pinzone. Diego Sanchez now. Off to Flores. Flores bringing it up left side. And Reblar steals this one. But unable to keep the pass. Anjo sensing the pressure. Tries to clear it up ahead to Flores, but that ball sails out of bounds. Breakers possession. Salgado now with it. Up to Frias. Zamora chasing him down. Rico Contreras now looking up ahead. Trying to get someone to make a run. He gets Pinzone to make it. Pinzone's got it in the box. That cross punched out by Blanchett. He's trying to cross it over to Diego Sanchez, but Blanchett doing a nice job there cutting it off. And now the Breakers looking to counter. Risky slide tackle there by Charlambos. He's lucky he didn't make connection with the player. And this ball in the box. But the one-timer there by Angel Farias goes high. Farias trying to volley that one in, but didn't get the touch he needed as he sailed that one. 58th minute here in this game. Still no score. Charlambo's now with it. Middle of the field, Anjos. Rico Contreras now directing traffic. Crosses this one in. Deflects off Zamora. Don't know if Zamora was ready for that one. Deflects it off, and I don't think he controlled that deflection. And it goes wide, right out of bounds. And we'll have a goal kick here for the Breakers. Beautiful pass into the box there by Rico Contreras. I just don't think Zamora was quite ready for it. Marshall Garcia. Up ahead, Zamora. Back to Rico Contreras. Now to Charlambos. Nothing going up the right side, so Charlambos going to switch it left. Charlambos flips this one up ahead to Pinzone. Pinzone's got it. Dribbles around one defender, stops, cuts back, flips it into the box, and right into the hands once again of Blanchett. So another shot on goal there by Blanchett. Did jump for that one, but pretty much online with him has been the story of the night. Fusion definitely got to get their shots going more towards the post as they're just putting this ball in the middle of the net pretty much every time they've shot it. And that cross sails out of bounds. After the next break in play, it looks like we'll have our first substitution here for the Fusion. Coming into the match, number 4, Sahid Kante, in place of number 9, Julian Zamora. So Coach Ryan Ibarra of the Fusion looking to get some fresh legs in there, hoping Kante, the substitution of Kante, can translate into a goal. That pass up ahead to Kante, gets around Penner. Conte's got it in the box, up to, and the shot, and that finds the back of the net for a goal! So Conte gets subbed in and immediately makes an impact there as he gets the assist over to Matt Herlo. So Herlo gets the goal, but that was definitely set up there by Sahid Kante, who got past Penner, gets the assist, set Herlo up for the perfect shot. And just as I called for, that one finally finding near the post. The first shot off the center of the goal, and what do you know, that finds the back of the net. I'll show the replay there. There's the pass on by Kante, and then Herlo just buries it in the back of the net. Herlo kept it low and wide. Blanchett got a little piece of it, but Herlo put too much on it for him to stop. And we have our first goal of the game. No score, no more, as the Fusion are on the goal here as they take a 1-0 lead in the 63rd minute. So just as I said, Ryan Ibarra hoping that the substitution of Sahid Kante translates to goals, and did that pay off immediately? He had to know with how many shots the Fusion were getting off. Eventually, you keep chipping away, and eventually one's going to find the back of the net. And in the 63rd minute, that finally happened. But one of the most dangerous leads in soccer is 1-0. So the Fusion going to have to keep the pressure on. Hopefully get an insurance goal here. But as I mentioned earlier, pretty much a must-win game here tonight for the Fusion if they want to look to sneak their way into the playoffs, as they're on the outside looking in, and they do not control their own destiny. They need to win out and have a couple teams lose, starting with their opponent tonight, the Breakers, who currently own that playoff spot. So a win here tonight will go a long way for their playoff stretch. Diego Sanchez with it. Once again, puts it right into the hands of Blanchett. Marshall Garcia kicks this one back to Guerin. Fusion are going to want to keep the pressure on here, but at the same time, make sure they're smart with the ball and pretty much milk as much of the clock as they can, where they can. Sanchez up ahead to Conte. Leo Anjos with it. Looking to pass it on to Sanchez, but Sanchez was offside, so he has to let that one go.
Chick-fil-A Ventura is where you can find your VC Fusion players enjoying the best chicken sandwiches and lemonade in Ventura County. Chick-fil-A Ventura, eat more chicken.
Anjos thinking about volleying it, decides against it. Flips this one up to Diego Sanchez. Sanchez traps it. But Diaz Valdez of the Breakers, with a nice defense there, and takes over. Salgado now with it, playing dangerously. Conte making the nice run at Blanchett. Blanchett just gets off the kick. Anjos flips it on a Pinzon. Pinzon saves it. Dribbles around a few defenders, and he'll reset back to Riku Contreras. Those of you recently tuning in to our broadcast, VC Fusion taking on the Santa Cruz Breakers here tonight. We are in the 67th minute. And as you can see, Fusion currently leading 1-0 off the foot of Matt Herlo. Valdez of the Breakers trying to run that one down before he gets out of bounds, but a goal kick there by Blanchett. Too strong as it goes out of bounds. Fusion will take over. Charlambos there called for the foul. Salgado now with it, pushing it forward. Passes off to Farias. Goes back to Koski. Ooh, that one goes right into the face of Sanchez. Aldavinas with the throw in. Into the box, but cleared out. Conte now up ahead to Herlo. Herlo crosses this one. He's got Rico Contreras going down the right side. Contreras loses it for a second, gets it back. Garcia and Herlo passing it back and forth. Charlambo switches it. Flores with it now as he gets taken down there by Valdez. And Valdez has shown the card. So 3 yellow cards now in the book against the Breakers. That one going against Rodrigo Diaz-Valdez.
Yellow card issued to the Breakers. Issued to number 14, Rodrigo Diaz-Valdez.
Marshall crosses this one into the box. Headed out by the Breakers. Benzone and Anjos doing a nice job double teaming that one to steal the ball. This pass up ahead to Conte. But Penner heads it up to Blanchett. Harlow steals it now. Sanchez. He's got Pinzone on the right side. Pinzone with room to work. Passes back off to Sanchez. Sanchez chasing it down before it gets out. Crosses it into the box. That one cleared out by Penner. But it looks like Sahid Conte going to get called for the foul. And the Breakers will take over. Offside call goes against Rebalar. And we got a player down here. Leg up, looking like some cramping here for Rico Contreras. And we're going to have a substitution here. Waiting to come into the game is Giovanni Acosta. We'll let you know who he comes in for. Looks like the player who was just cramping, limping heavily, Rico Contreras, will come out of the game in favor of Giovanni Acosta. And we'll have another substitution here coming in for the Breakers. Josh Marquez getting ready to come in. And coming out of the game is number 4, Jacob Penner. That's a big substitution there for the Breakers, as Penner's been the anchor of the defense here all night.
Substitution for the Breakers. Exiting the game, number 4 and number 19, Chris Koski and Jacob Penner. And entering the game, number 23, Josh Marquez, and number 31, Ben Casino.
Ben Casillan coming in for the Breakers in favor of number 19, Chris Koski. Conte now kicks it off. Garcia with it over to Charlambos. That pass here, we got an opportunity here for the Breakers, but Paul Guerin there makes a beautiful save. Goes low. Madrigal now with it, trying to chase it down. But Guerin clears it. Pinzone cross up to Diego Sanchez. Sanchez puts a touch on it. Stays with it. He's got it in the box. Back heel pass finds Pinzone. Now to Flores, over to Conte. Conte centers this one up for Anjos. Anjos dribbling it in. And that ball cleared out by Ben Casillan. Anjos keeps possession. Pinzone's cross into the box, punched out by Blanchett. Blanchett with the Superman full extension punch there. Clears it for his team. Now Valdez looking to push it. He passes up to Miranda. Miranda now dribbles middle of the field. Montione with it. Juan Pablo Alvarez with the beautiful slide tackle there to clear it for the Fusion. Cross into the box, saved by Guerin easily. Now he'll look to get the counter going as he quickly gets this one off to Pinzone. But no one going there for Pinzone, so he's forced to reset. We got a runner up the left side, that's Flores. Flores now with it in the box. Crosses it, but that one's cleared out by Marquez. Montione with it now. Conte playing defense, fighting for it. Casillan with it now, middle of the field. The foul goes against Christian Pinzone. So we have a break in action. Fusion looking to make another substitution. Coming out of the game is Diego Sanchez. And entering the game, number 6, Julio Rubio. Casillan now pushing up middle. Pass up ahead to Farias. Casillan with it now. And that ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Cassian, so Fusion will take over. And that ball goes out for a goal kick. '80th minute out, 80th minute here in this game. Fusion looking to hold on here and get a much needed win against the Breakers. That ball passed on to Herlo. Herlo crosses this one into the box, but Salgado there for the deflection. Conte, though, chases this one down and goes down, and the Breakers will take over. Herlo goes down, draws the foul against Cassian. Pass up ahead to Pinzone. Pinzone able to save it. Now Herlo's got it. Herlo dribbling around. Doesn't see anyone going. Kicks it back to Charalambos. Conte with a little bit too much of that one. That one sailed about 60 feet above the net.
Dr. Michael Peck is the official chiropractor of your Ventura County Fusion staff. Visit Dr. Peck in downtown Ventura for all of your chiropractor needs.
Salgado pass ahead. Valdez making the run. He gets to it. He's got a defender on him on the sideline. Passes out to Rebalar. Rebalar with it in the box. And it looks like whistle for a foul against Rebalar. In the box, they'll have a free kick here. And we're going to be taken by Guerin. So just under 8 minutes to go in this one before any extra time. Fusion looking to hold on to their 1-goal lead. Herlo now gets it. Flips it on to Pinzone. Pinzone gets past the last line of defense. Goalie comes out of the box. But Pinzone not able to run it down before the angle was too hard for him to put this one in the back of the net. But Fusion maintain possession now. Still have it on the offensive side of the field. Conte with it now right side. Dribbles past one defender. Past two. Looking to pass this one on to Julio Rubio. But the Breakers able to intercept that pass. Guerra now baiting him in that one, trying to milk the clock as much as he can. Quickly picks that one up and puts it back in play. Marshall Garcia kicks this one out. Goal kick lands right at the feet of Juan Pablo Alvarez. Julio Rubio. That ball now. Leo Anjos and Montione get taken up. Referee has some words from Montione. He needs to be careful. He already has one yellow card.
Fusion fans, don't forget to be back here at the Ventura Sportsplex next Saturday, July 14th.
That whistle going against Madrigal. Call whistle for the foul. Fusion ball. Conte with it now. Quick feet. Little give and go with Herlo. But that ball intercepted by the Breakers, who quickly give it back to the Fusion. Anjos with it now. Up ahead, flicks this one on. An offside call goes against Christian Pinzon. Herlo now with it, going up the right side. That ball cleared out by the Breakers. You see, under 4 minutes to go in this one. Julio Rubio now with it. Dribble middle side. Pass out to Christian Pinzon. Loses it, Salgado clears it. And Charalambos whistle for the foul. And then carded for the delay of game there as he kicked it out of bounds after the whistle for the foul was blown. And so Charalambos gets booked for the yellow card.
Yellow card issued to number 7, Andres Charalambos.
The ball crossed up into the box. But no challenge there for Guerin as he easily makes the save.
Yellow card issued to the Breakers.
Little strategic substitution here for the Fusion as they're looking to milk a little bit more, as much of the clock as they can. Substitution late coming in here. Number 17. Lucky Puingrad. So Lucky coming in.
Substitution for the Fusion. Exiting the
As Christian Pinzon exits.
and entering the game, number 17, Lucky Puig.
Herlo goes down. And one final substitution here for the Breakers is entering the game is number 18, Hugo Vargas. Exiting the game, number 17, Carlos Valdivinos.
Substitution for the Breakers. Exiting the game, number
89th minute now, 89th minute.
And entering the game, number 18, Hugo Vargas.
On host now out to Flores. Conte kicks this one back dangerously. Garcia able to run this one down.
There will be 3 minutes of added time.
3 minutes of extra time here added. That ball picked off. Hurlo now with the chance here. Dribbles through a couple defenders. He's fighting him off. He's got it in the box. And looking to just milk this one as much as he can. Dribbles it in the corner. That ball cleared out by Farias. Little gamesmanship here. Fusion just going to take their sweet time here on everything. Looking to come away, protect this 1-0 victory. It's Lucky draws the corner kick for the Fusion. On host and no rush to take this one. On host just now passes it off to Hurlo. And Hurlo does what he's done on the last 3 times. Just fights off in the corner. But wow, they're going to give that one as a goal kick. Now the Breakers countering. Juan Pablo Alvarez kicks that one pretty much out of the stadium. Conte now clearing that.
Fusion fans, make sure to follow your Ventura County Fusion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Final minutes here on this one.
And use the hashtag VCFusion.
Breakers got everyone forward. Oh, that ball bounces off the crossbar. Don't think Guerin had thought any chance of that one going on. But the Breakers taking a chance, staying aggressive. And if you're a Fusion fan, better hail to the crossbar as that one saved this match. And the final whistle blows in this one. And the Ventura County Fusion get the much-needed victory over the Santa Cruz Breakers. 1-0. And they keep their playoff hopes alive here in this one. The best chance all night for the Breakers came on that last possession. As I was looking at the goal, couldn't see who kicked it, but man, that ball bounced just off the crossbar.
Also, don't forget to mark your calendars for next Saturday, July 14th, when your Ventura County Fusion hosts the Golden State Force.
There you see there, wow. Just off the post. Oh, that was number 13, Angel Farias, and Guerin. Nothing he could do about that one is he just turned around and watched that one, saved by the post. But you know what? Sometimes you got to just get lucky here in this one, as we're only 2 games left in the season. VC Fusion with the must-win game here against the Breakers. And they do it as they come away with the 1-0 victory. As I said, keep their playoff hopes alive. The next game for the Fusion will be this Wednesday on the road at Orange County Soccer Club. And we'll show you here the one goal of the night. Sahid Conte, minute before this, just gets substituted in. Passes it off to Matt Hurlow. Matt Hurlow puts the right foot on it. Sneaks it past Blanchard. But it was all set up by Conte, who beat this defender, got behind Penner, and then sets up Hurlow for the lone score in this one. So Matt Hurlow, your player of the match here, as he got the only goal in this one. As I mentioned, next game for the Fusion this Wednesday, July 11th, on the road at Orange County Soccer Club, and then coming back for their final home game, the final game of the season, a week from tonight, Saturday, July 14th. They will be taking on FC Golden State, and that's going to be no easy matchup, as it's going to come down to that final game of the season to see if the Fusion can steal a playoff spot. But yeah, as if it was written in a movie, they're going to be taking on the #1 team in the division and the #1 team in the conference, FC Golden State, with the playoff spot on the line. That is next Saturday, final game of the season, July 14th. This matchup brought to you by DCH Lexus of Oxnard. Ventura County Fusion coming away with a 1-0 lead over the Santa Cruz Breakers. That's going to do it for us tonight. I'm Trevor Saffel. Good night.